This is your weight loss encourager coming on just to challenge you and encourage you. We have 2 months left now. After today, we've got 2 more months left where we're going to be, um, for the next 61 days, we're going to be headed towards our goal. I'm very excited. I'm celebrating some of my success already, looking at some of the changes that have already taken care with me physically. And even though I have some of the scars and all that kind of stuff, it's okay. It's just the fact that I'm getting healthy, and that's most important. And I'm so excited to share with you. So remember, our goal is not to be the same weight we were as of January 1st of 2024. We're headed towards December 31st, 2024, where we would have reached our goal. I don't care if that's 1 pound. Some people have been doing 2 pounds a month, 1 pound a month, 12 pounds, 2 pounds a month. That's going to be 24 pounds, 5 pounds a month, 60 pounds, and it may average out to that. Whatever that number is for you. But the goal is, as of January 1st, we will not have the same number that we had last year. So we hope that you join us if you're not on that path with us, and everybody's on their individual journey. I just come on from time to time, once a month usually, or twice a month sometimes, to give you encouragement. But we have a lot of things that's going to be happening. Um, Come that will be introduced in the month of November, December, going into the next year for our 2025 weight loss goal. But for 2024, we're very excited. I have on my shirt the 200, the road to 200. And so that's my goal for myself, is I want to be out of the 200. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to do a little documentary later on, but I have been over 200 pounds, I know, for at least 4 decades, maybe. I've lost weight in, up and down, but I don't remember being under the 200 for 4 decades. I think I was, no, it's been a long time. So I wanted to do something to encourage myself. So I had my shirt made. But I found a young man who's really good. I just told him what I wanted about, something to inspire me for coming down and being a goal. And so this particular session is called Celebrating Leaving the Obesity Lifestyle, because that's what we're doing. And I can say this to you, that I'm still on my journey for the next 2 months. I know where I want to be on December 31st. However, in 2014, my highest weight was 315. And now uh, I'm over 100 pounds lost with that. I'm no longer, of course, in the 300s, but now I've come down even more this year, where I've passed that number of 14. So that's over 100 pounds that, in that 10-year span that I'm now, it averages out to be 10 years, but over the past, I would say 4 or 5 years, I really, started working, maybe 6 years, started working towards getting where I need to be now. And because I was vacillating up and down, up and down, up and down, but I have not been over under the 200. So I'm really excited about uh, this particular accomplishment on my goal. And then I have another number that I'm looking at for where I just really want to get to that number, to say I actually am that number. I know I've been that number before. However, I was younger when I was that number, and I want to see that number again. So, so I was, when I was in, 200 and 300 plus pounds, I was a 5X, and now I'm at the 1X, and that's good. That's one of the accomplishments I've made so far on the journey this year. And so I haven't gone out and bought a whole lot of things. I'm not going to do that yet until my Christmas gift is going to be that new, a couple new pieces and things that I need to do now that I've made this major accomplishment. But I wanted to name this session the weight of, it's called the weight of His glory. And I took just the word glory because the weight of his glory has always been on me, like it's always been on you. It's just that we've carried other weight along with that glory. And so, but I am so humble by the fact that on this journey, it's not that he did it. I already had it in me to do it. Christ said that he left him Holy Spirit who leaded God in all truth, and we will be able to do the greater work. So he'd already given me what I needed to do this and be successful with it. But I've always gone outside and used other avenues and depending on other people and things like that to get it done and this diet, that diet, whatever. And but I've never been accountable for my own actions for just being steady the course and doing it his way. And so I'm losing the weight now, I think, because the anchor of my weight loss is my faith. So I tell people I lose, this is where you come. I'm the weight loss encourager, but I'm encouraging you to lose the weight using your faith. And that's why we're not into the food, we're not into the exercising, we're not into the clothes, we're not into the, all I want you to do is embrace you as you go along the journey. So I picked the word glory and the weight of his glory. And his glory, the acronyms I use for G is gratefulness. That is, I want to thankful for the good times um, in your life. You gotta be thankful for the good times in your life, even when you're on a journey of healing, even when you're on a journey of where you have to really face some of those places and some of those situations and some of those things that may not be very good or may not, appear to be good or may have some history of pain and of stress and of, just trauma, whatever. But you got to be aware that you didn't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to wear it. I was wearing a lot of my issues. And so I noticed that. But I wanted you to know there are 15 times in the Bible where thankful for the goodness in your life. And I'm at that point here where just where I am right now, just being able to see, me getting ready to head out of the twos is like, Lord, thank you for the goodness that you've given me time to get it right. You've graced me even out of my disobedience and even out of my food addiction to get this right. And I just so very grateful. So go to the Word and look for all the words that talk about thankful for the good things in your life because He's been such a blessing even in the midst that I'm not just thanking Him for where I am now, but I'm thinking about how He's been so good to me even throughout. He is a loving Father and He loves you for how He created you. But I changed His created image, and so now I'm putting it back the way it's supposed to be, getting back to where He initially intended. Love L stands for loving you. Love thy neighbor as thyself. There are 100 verses in the Bible about love thy neighbor as thyself. And that's very interesting to me because, so many times on this journey of being in a base lifestyle, you kind of start doing everything outwardly because you want that supernatural, or I'm sorry, not supernatural, but that um, uh, appearance of support, love, accomplishment, you know, feeling valued, that kind of thing, all of that. And in a obese lifestyle, you don't really get that a lot. You may compensate for that by doing things to, like he says, love thy neighbor as thyself. So you give out yourself, but at the same time, at the expense of yourself. And I don't think he intended for us to do that. So what I wanted to be honest with you on is that I'm aware of those times that I did that. That was really not good for me. It was a false sense of security. It didn't work. And at the end of the day, it's just you and him anyway. I mean, you came here maybe with your parents or whatever, or whoever you, but when you get ready to go back over on the other side, or when you really think about this walk with life with him, it's you and him. It's his destiny for you, his glory for you, his love for you, his appreciation for you, his creation for you. It's all about you. And it doesn't make you better than anyone, but he wants you to be able to embrace and love how he created you, who you are to him, what you mean to him. And He wants you to understand that so that you love and mean that for yourself. And that is something that I'm learning as I shed. I'm shedding a lot of the weight that I carried that I didn't have that. I'm shedding a lot of that that was compounded and full of weight that I didn't even see me. Not because I'm losing weight and it's the size, but because I didn't understand my value. And now I do. So the other one is O is for obedience. Obedience is worth the sacrifice. And there are, I believe, 54 verses in the Bible on obedience is worth the sacrifice, and it is. And so on this journey, you'll get a lot of testing and a lot of challenging you for being obedient. Sometimes I was, sometimes I wasn't, and I can honestly say there were times when I was not obedient. I remember just, I'll be honest with you, about what is this? We're in October now. About 8 months ago, I remember there was a street that I was driving in. I don't know, maybe it was last year or whatever. And I remember God saying, "Don't come down the street anymore." I mean, I feel like I heard Holy Spirit say, "Don't come down the street anymore." And I was using that street as a shortcut. I really was. But I heard, "Don't come down the street anymore." Do you know that the day that I disobeyed and went down that street, literally, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, a deer came out of nowhere, broad daylight. I mean, just ran in front of my car. I hit him, re-injured myself from an injury that I already had from a previous. I mean, and I just, all I could say was, he said, "Don't come down the street anymore." So then I start talking to people who over that area, who know that area, and they say, "Oh yes, a lot of deers over here, and they come out all where, and they're always, I see them all the time, and there are always accidents or whatever." But he said, I got a forewarning. So obedience is better than sacrifice. I could have sacrificed that day and gone the other way that appeared to me to be longer. And I chose the shorter where I was told not to go down that street anymore. And when that happened to me, I was like, okay, I understand now. I have to be honest. I wasn't supposed to go down that street. And because of that, it could have been worse. It really could have been worse. Because I was driving not at a high speed, but I was driving at the speed, but because of how this deer came out, and it could have been much worse, but I'm praising God that it wasn't. So, obedience is worth the sacrifice. And I've said that as it relates to that incident, but obedience is worth the sacrifice as it relates. When I decided this, that I was going to obey and live the life that He intended for me without the weight that I added. And so that's where I am. Also, R represents riches of the glory. Um, in the Bible, there are 100 Bible verses about the riches of His glory. I am discovering the wealth of God is so awesome and so surmountable and so huge and so um, simple, but yet lavish, yet promises for us are His riches. And so, even as I'm going through, and you'll see as you go through your journey, He will start revealing to you the riches of you inside and out. And so He first started with me inside because I remember He told me, "I'm not going to heal you until I'm not going to let you get healed this time. If you're going to use me as the anchor, until you love yourself right where you are." So I had to start internally loving me and knowing who I was, and with the affirmation of how He created me and what my strengths and my benefits were, and what I represent to Him in the kingdom. And then that all of a sudden that started transforming how I saw myself. So I started using colors and you know loving myself at 300 plus, and then started it just started leading me to where I am now, and even heading forward. And so I just want you to recognize the riches of the glory, of His glory, and go look in the Word and see all that He talks about the riches of the glory. And then the Y in glory stands for yes to God. There are 83 Bible verses saying yes to God. And I remember when I started, um, yes, I said yes. I said yes to the image that He initially intended for me. Yes. I said yes to that. I said yes to who He really created me to be. I said yes to that. I said yes to all the positives that I didn't even realize I had, and I'm discovering even more gifts and what who I really am. Yes, yes to how He wants to use me. Yes to my divine assignment. I've gotten that. I didn't even know things I'm doing now is not a part of my what I intended, but yes, um, yes to His glory. It's all about He gets the glory out of everything, and so very humbling. It's a very humbling place to be. I like it. I like it's peaceful and very encouraging inside and out, and knowing that He's a loving Father. He really, really is, and that Christ is sitting at the right hand of God cheering me on, big brother, um, who's already gone to the cross for everything that I had to pay for me to even be like this for all these years in the lifestyle of obesity that was really not good for me. And then, but yet keeping me and believing that I could get there, and I'm headed, that way, um, and realizing it, because I'm where I am today is not where I was before, and I'm headed into a place now where I haven't been in years. So I'm thankful for that, and revealing the yes of what's to come, uh, the surprise yeses, the good yeses, the expanding yeses, the creating yes. Oh gosh, is He creating? There's so much creativity in a yes. Um, so I just wanted to share that briefly. I just wanted to, as you can tell, I'm very humble. It is late too, but I'm very humble about this journey, and I'm very thankful about this journey, and I'm very honest that in my relationship I'm so close uh, to God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I thank Him, Christ, for leading Him, Holy Spirit, to lead and guide me into all truth, because um, the charting of the course has been a lot more focused, a lot more um, realized, and a lot more challenging, but it's also been worth the challenge. And for that, my personality is I'm always open for a challenge. So it's against all odds, and so I thank Him for continuing to lead and guide me into all truth. So I want you to be encouraged. Know His glory for you, for your for your life. Celebrate your lifestyle. Going from 5x to 1x is is impressive for me. And getting ready to throw out all those 1x's and now go to the what I call the last X, where it's extra large when I get in that. And then I'll be into the regular letters of large, medium, small. So that's the next path that I'm headed towards. But right now, I will say on the journey, please embrace every aspect of it as you go, so you don't come this way again. I can really say all those other times that I lost, and I didn't really take note of the journey, and now I am. So to you be blessed. This is your weight loss encourager. I look forward to seeing you next month. I'll probably be coming on maybe a couple more times too as we get closer in. But I have all my goals, so um, I can't wait to on my road to success when I get under the 200. I have another shirt that I made that says celebrating that those mini marks for me, and so I'm looking forward for that. But the our big celebration, of course, is going to be December 31st, 2024, where we're not the same weight that we were January 1st, 2024. And for me, the Lord's will, we stay safe, stay prayed up, stay encouraged, stay on the path. We will see and celebrate together the blessing of how He's kept us through this journey for the year 2024. Take care, celebrate, share with someone else, and leave me comments and whatever you want to leave to let me know if this is blessing you or not. But even if not, I'm not here to, magnify numbers and all of that. I just want to be a blessing to whoever hears it and who's ever on the journey, whoever needs to start the journey. And let me say this, it's not too late to start. You got 2 months. So you still could lose, what, 10 pounds in 2 months. You can lose 5 pounds a month. You can lose 10 pounds a month, 20 pounds. Uh, you want to lose 2 pounds as long as you're not the same number as you were on January 1st, 2024. God bless you. Take care. I look forward to seeing you again. Keep me in your prayers, and let's keep going forward to uh, celebrate the lifestyle, celebrating leaving the lifestyle of obesity and enjoying the glory of Him upon us. Take care.